I am really sorry if you ended up hearing the original audio for this. I don't know what went wrong. The audio is generally recorded straight from the camera. Obviously that didn't work, so you won't hear the scratchiness of me using the paint markers. And but you will get the added bonus that it is raining outside this morning as I film this at 6 AM. So I'm going to be drawing my old house that I moved into when we first got married. It's a house in Freckleton on the Lower Lane estate. It was kind of a mistake taking the first house that became available to us. The Lower Lane estate is nowhere near anything. To get there, you have to go past the prison, Kirkham Prison, and a farm that the Kirkham Prison used to run that always smelled of rotten cabbages. I don't think I ate cabbages while we lived at that house because the smell was just atrocious all the time. But yeah, I lived at this end house here. It was an end terrace. It was a relatively new build, built in the 90s. No, 80s? Yeah. And red brick build to look older, with canopy. And on this block that I'm drawing, we were the only house that weren't drug dealers. Yay. And someone we went to university with was on the next block of houses. The house behind us, which I'll draw at some point, used to have kind of an annual garden party that would go on till 2, 3 in the morning, really loud. We only lived there 18 months, so we managed to have the annual garden party twice. And it was the sort of place where the police would drive through the estate every half hour through the night, because fights would happen every single day. I became agoraphobic while we were living there. Yep, I'm pointing out the fact that there's another house where they used to have like garden party. While I'm doing this, I'm actually picking up prints ready to be sold. Check out my prints on josephtravisart.com. I'm sure you can hear the rain because it's torrential at the moment. Yeah, it's not a house that I miss. I miss sometimes the house we used to live in Thornton, but I don't miss this one. And yeah, there's like barriers between the car parking spaces here. Yeah, it was a weird estate, like say shouting matches day and night. Like I say, I've tried listening to the audio myself because I usually assume I don't like listening to the sound of my own voice. So I usually just assume that it's fine. I think I'm pointing out now that, you know, we're the only ones that had drug dealers there. On the other side of the street, there is a house that used to keep watch on us all. They were long-term residents. They used to say that they were really disappointed when we moved out because everybody else on the block, like I said, was dealing drugs as far as I'm aware, so they wanted to kick them all out. But, you know, we were quiet, we kept it to ourselves. And yeah, it was really hard living out here because to go to university, the buses didn't start till after you had to get a bus into Preston to get to university. And so you ended up walking a mile and a bit into town, into Kirkham, to be able to get the bus every day. Had a rough time at uni anyways. Yeah, imagine now just hearing the of my fountain pen scratching away on the paper, which unfortunately at this point is just completely overwrought with the sound of static, because I'm going to guess somehow the microphone wasn't plugged in properly, which makes very little sense as it seems to be plugged in fine on every other video. I'll have to go back and check. It's really frustrating when something goes wrong that you've had set up for a while. Yeah, so like I say, I'm wrapping up some prints ready to sell. Got some black ones. I'm part of a pop-up shop in Great Eccleston, and they sold some of the prints, so I'm repackaging some more to take in with me today, because I'm working on it all day. So I've gotten up early to kind of get all my work done, and having to re-record this audio. I haven't a clue what I'm saying most of the time on this. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, it was a weird house to live in while I lived there. Neither of my children lived there. It was just myself and my wife. It was the first house we moved into when we got married. Like I say, the first house that became available, and it took longer to commute to Preston from here for us personally than it does now. I live in Fleetwood, so because at least here in Fleetwood there's a direct bus, and there was when I lived in Thornton too. It's the same bus, but you just catch in Thornton rather than in Fleetwood. And I say, it's not my favourite house. I wouldn't choose to go back there. And I'm not a car driver, you see, so I would eventually, I got so agoraphobic living here and so afraid that we're going to get into some sort of physical altercation that I couldn't leave the house. I hated it because we had a shared access to rear gardens that literally was so badly thought out that for the neighbour to get into their garden they had to actually go through my garden, and there was a knee-high fence and gate that they used to be able to open up and go through. And the first set of neighbours when we lived there, they used to chuck, the kids used to chuck their kids at, the kids used to chuck their toys. The kids used to chuck their toys out of their bedroom window at me when I was trying to garden and all sorts, like I say. And they eventually did a flight by night, and then when they left, they got replaced with some drug dealers that used to that basically put tiles throughout the entire house, including the stairs. I've never seen anyone do that before, but they did. And their kids used to drive little petrol-powered scooters up and down the estate. The only advantage to this house was the fact that we were literally in the countryside. You know, once you left the estate, which was literally a single street all the way around, you're in the middle of the countryside, and the cats that we had loved that because they used to be able to go in the fields and play. And used to come home with mice and let them free through the house. So you'd spend your time trying to chase this mouse out of the house and it'd run in the living room. And it's not that I was trying to take the mouse off the cat just brought it upstairs and then let it free and wandered off. Didn't care. It is a mouse. Half my mouse. And yeah, like I say, it was an old house, it was an old time. And we lived there for a very short time. Like I say, 18 months. And then we ended up moving in with my parents. We lived with my parents for a year before we moved into a house in Thornton, which we lived in for 9 years. Until we moved to where we're currently living, which is a very nice place to live. Although, you know, if we did drive, there's no parking here. Right. Last job with these prints, if you can't see, is we need to put the stickers on the wall. And the stickers just say JosephTravis.com on them. There we go. And have a little watercolour painting. If you can imagine that. But yeah, this house had car parking spaces, but more often than not, because we didn't drive, is that there would be people parked there picking up rocks. Which which was always intimidating, and stand outside trying them out, which was really brave of them because, like I say, the police drove through here every half hour. So, and the neighbour across the road was filming them the whole time. So, I never looked up what happened to the neighbours. I didn't really care once we moved out. I was just happy to get out of there. And between us and the other house, as you can see, there's a lot of greenery, but it was basically just overgrown brambles. That I asked the housing association that the landlord, whether it was our job to do it or their job to do it, because it wasn't in the tenancy agreement that we had to do it. So I just checked. So it never got done, it was just brambles between us and them with a tree in the middle. And as far as I'm aware, it still is to this day. No one ever touches it. It'd be a hell of a job. It's the sort where you would generally pay someone to do it because it's so badly overgrown. I have run out of stickers. Right. I'll go get some stickers. The stickers come in sheets, which you won't be able to see. Just little round stickers. But yeah, I hope the updated audio hasn't been too atrocious, because I don't want to do it again. But we'll see. For me, I enjoy watercolouring, doing the painting more than I enjoy doing the actual thing. But yeah, this is the end. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.